The people of the cave, أصحاب الكهف. In a time long forgotten, in a kingdom ruled by cruelty and fear, people bowed not to Allah, but to stone idols. The king demanded worship, not of the Creator, but of false gods and of himself. In the heart of this darkness, a small group of young men, pure in heart, noble in thought, held tightly to their faith in Allah. They watched in silence as their people were led astray. Their souls ached, but their hearts whispered truth. There is no God but Allah. They could not stay. To live in a land of disbelief, where their hearts would be crushed under the weight of tyranny, was unbearable. So they made a brave decision, to leave it all behind. One night, under the cover of stars, they left their homes, their families, and their past. They climbed mountains, walked through forests, until at last they found a hidden cave. There, cold, tired, afraid, they turned to their Lord. Surah Al-Kahf 18-10. إذ أوى الفتية إلى الكهف فقالوا ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. When the youths took refuge in the cave and said, Our Lord, grant us mercy from yourself, and guide us in our affair. They didn't know what would happen, but they believed. And so Allah, in His infinite mercy, caused them to sleep, not for a day, not a week, but for 300 years. Time passed. The world outside changed. Kingdoms rose and fell, languages shifted, and generations came and went. But inside the cave, the boys slept, protected by their Lord. Surah Al-Kahf 18:11. فَضَرَبْنَا عَلَى آذَانِهِمْ فِي الْكَهْفِ سِنِينَ عَدَدًا. So we sealed their hearing in the cave for many years, and at a time when faith had begun to flicker again, Allah woke them. They rose, thinking only a short time had passed. Hungry, one of them was sent to town with old silver coins. But when he arrived, everything had changed. The streets, the clothes, the people. He was a stranger in his own land. The townspeople saw his coin and were stunned. It was from centuries ago. The truth unfolded. The story of the youth spread like light, and people began to weep and believe. These boys were a miracle, a sign from Allah. Surah Al-Kahf 8-21. وَكَذَلِكَ أَعْثَرْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ لِيَعْلَمُوا أَنَّ وَعْدَ لِلَّهِ حَقٌّ. And so we made their story known, so people would know the promise of Allah is true. Their cave became a place of remembrance. Their story, one of courage, belief, and trust in Allah's mercy, was etched in the Quran for every generation to learn. So when you feel surrounded by darkness, when the world asks you to compromise your faith, remember the people of the cave. They were just like you, young, afraid, but faithful. And they chose Allah, and Allah never abandoned them.